I wanted to talk about this young lady because there's no news coverage, period. No news coverage at all. I didn't know about this case until I seen it on Facebook. There was a comment saying, please, let's get her face out more. No one's talking about it. And I was like, oh, so I started reading it. I was like, oh, wow. So I started doing some investigation today, like I do. And can you believe that this young, beautiful lady has no news coverage at all? But thank God for advocates and thank God for social media, because y'all putting it out there. That's how I heard of her. So I'm going to get into it. She was a veteran. Pretty young lady, isn't she? And I hope the person that did this beautiful flyer of her don't mind me using it. I really hope they don't. Because, a lot of people don't mind anyway, because when you spread an awareness, rather you putting it in somebody's group or you're sharing a flyer, a lot of people don't mind because every victim matters. But some people do, so I just hope this person doesn't mind. Her name was Hannah Toby Deans. Okay. She from Jersey. She was from New Jersey. All right. She was born July 15, 1999 in Williamsburg, New Jersey. Okay. Now I'm going to read what I found on the internet, and then I'm going to show you a YouTube video that I found that explains everything. Now, I have already read a lot of stuff on the internet anyway, and it shocked me because there's nobody arrested for this case. And they kind of like backsliding on it. The police is not really doing much from what I see, from what I'm reading. It's really sad. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you what I found, and then I'm gonna show you a video. I wish I could use another stream, but my camera from my laptop is not working. So I can't use StreamYard. I can't use anything. I have to take this to go to the Geek Squad so that I could do this better. But when it comes to missing cases and cases that are not solved, it don't matter if I'm doing it on my phone. I'm going to get it out there. Okay? Regardless. So we're just going to have to do this on my phone and put this out there. Okay? All right. Her name is Hannah Toby Dean. She was vibrant and talented, young, beautiful lady. Okay? And a rapper. All right? And I'm going to put some of her music out there also later on. So just search on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and all that. All right? Her ending of her life erupted in mysterious circumstances that her family and advocates are still fighting to uncover. It says, Hannah was born on July 15, 1999 in Williamsburg, New Jersey. Standing just over 5 feet tall, she was described by those who knew her as a fierce firecracker. I like that. With a presence that felt like a giant. She was a natural performer from a young age and eventually became a rapper known as Hannah Bandis. Now, I might be saying the last one wrong because y'all know my words is just fucked up. Okay, so excuse me if I'm saying it wrong. But Hannah Bandis. So if I'm saying it wrong, I do apologize. But I'm going to put the video out there and you will hear the right name. All right. She joined the USA Navy and served early on in the USA from August 2023 until June 2024. So she served in the Navy. This is her, beautiful young lady. You know, it really bothers me when our young sisters serve and then they become unalive and there's no justice. No one's talking about their case. There's no news coverage. It's like they don't matter. This young lady served for us. She risked her own life going out there serving for us. And the news don't even have the heart to put her out there, like to talk about her, to put her. I couldn't find not one news coverage. Not one news coverage. Now, if you find it, hit me up and let me know, because I couldn't find it. And Google said there wasn't even no news coverage. But what I could find was advocates talking about her case and trying to get justice and helping her mother and supporting her and putting it out there on social media. And that's amazing. I love that. But it pissed me off when the news don't put it out there. But like I say, we are the news. Okay? So I'm going to break this down for y'all. All right, hold on. Let me go down, okay? Give me 1 second. Oh, boy. Her final days in Greenville. Okay, so she served in the Navy. She comes back. She goes to Greenville, California, North Carolina. Okay? In June 2025, Hannah traveled to Greenville, North Carolina to visit some friends. June 10th through 11th, she was seen in the company of an associate named Sean. His name was Sean, named Sean. She arrived there safely. So he picks her up, right? And he takes her somewhere else. She calls her mother and says, "Hey, Mom, I arrived here safely." June 12th at 4 o'clock p.m., she sent a normal text message to her mother, Charlene, saying she was preparing dinner at the residence that she went to. Okay? Now, and on June 13th at 2 o'clock a.m., the mood shifted with her dramatically because Hannah contacted a family member expressing that she was terrified for her safety. Okay, so let's go back a little. June 10th through 11th, the guy named Sean, he picks her up. They go to a resident. All right, and I'm going to tell you the young lady's house because they go to a young lady's house. June 12th, she texts his mom, "Hey, I'm here, cooking dinner. You know, everything's cool." That's 4 o'clock p.m. That's the next day that she got there. But then on the 13th at 2 a.m., a family gets a message saying, "Hey, something's not right," because she's not feeling safe where she's at. Less than hours after she pleaded for help, she was pronounced unalive. And that was June 13th, 11:46 a.m. So on June 13th at 2 o'clock in the morning, she told a family member, "I'm feeling unsafe." I don't know what happened with these hours that made her feel unsafe, but something was terribly wrong. When her belongings and her vehicle were eventually recovered on June 24th, they found her GPS tracker has been disabled. Credit card was underneath the spare tire. Her missing items, her suitcase was returned to the family completely empty. So that's strange right there. Because where's her items at? She sure didn't go pack into a friend's house with no clothes. Remember, she went traveling with this guy, Sean, to somebody else's house in Greenville, right? So, of course, she's packed some stuff. Where's her stuff at? This is crazy. The investigation is limited because witness reported claims that Hannah was a god sister. So when they went to the girl's house, right, in Greenville, the girl says, oh, she's my god sister. That was a lie. They're not related. But the girl that she was staying with and the guy that brought her there is cousins. And they got a baby together. So because the police says she lied, they lied to the police to say, oh, Hannah's my god sister, the police kind of dismiss it. Are y'all crazy, officers? Well, I been knew y'all was whacked out anyway when y'all dismissed missing cases in the first fucking place. I'm going to go to this YouTube video because maybe I'm not explaining this right, but I found a video that she really breaking it down. This pisses me off. I'm telling you, man, something is definitely off. Before I go to that video, as of April 2026, the case remains open. Her story has featured a platform like No Tears for Black Girl podcast. Let's give a shout out to No Tears for Black Girl podcast. And I am going to go to her right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to YouTube on her thing instead of the podcast. Okay, hold on. Let me go to YouTube because that's where I saw it at. Podcast is, I'm not too thing. This is crazy, y'all. I'm telling you, like, the shit just doesn't, the shit gets worse out there, man. It really does. It just gets worse. Hold on, where is it? Because it's crazy. All right, here's her podcast. Let her break it down for y'all.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First,
no, it ain't that easy to become a podcaster.
When you're ready to...
Imagine this.
Okay, here we go.
You are 25 years old, and you have already done more
Listen,
than
y'all.
most people twice your age. You joined the United States Navy. You served aboard the USS Nimitz. You were one of the top students in A School, the Navy's technical training program, where sailors learn the job they will do in service. Your instructor remembered you, not because you demanded to be remembered, but because you were the kind of person who left an impression without trying. You came home from serving your country with your whole life still in front of you. You had a name the streets knew you by. Hannah Bands.
Hannah Bands.
You had a style that turned heads. You had a voice that could fill a room. You had a mother who loved you so completely that she could tell you the exact time of every phone call, every text message, every moment she knew where you were in the days before everything changed. You had 13 siblings. You had a faith you chose deliberately. In May of 2021, you took your Shahada, the declaration of faith that marks a person's entry into Islam. You embraced Islam on your own terms, and you were given the name Khadijah, a name that means something. A name that belongs to one of the most powerful women in Islamic history. You wore it with intention. You were 5 feet tall and carried the presence of a giant.
So let me stop you right there. So she became Islam and got the name Khadijah. Okay, I forgot to tell y'all that part. And I know that was pretty big for her. You know, she stepped into something different, something new for her. You know what I mean? She became a veteran. She went and she fought for this country. She became a new identity for her. You know what I'm saying? Like that must have been really big. I know she was so proud of herself. You know? And I know her family was proud of her
too. You were 25 years old, a veteran, a Muslim woman, a rapper, a daughter, a sister, a believer. And you had come home with more life ahead of you than anyone around you could have imagined. On June 10th, 2025, your mother saw you for the last time. You were in the company of a man named Sean Causey. Your mother watched you leave. She did not know yet that she was already counting down to the last time she would hear your voice.
And I'm going to show you his picture.
This is No Tears for Black Girls, the cases they ignored. I am Samantha Paul. Before we go any further, I need you to understand what kind of story this is. This is not a cold case from another era. This is not a story that has been fully prosecuted, sentenced, and put away. This is a story that is still open. The investigation is still active. The questions Hannah's family has been asking since June 13th, 2025, have not been answered publicly by the Greenville Police Department. No charges directly tied to Hannah's death have been publicly confirmed as of this recording. What you are about to hear is a documented timeline provided by her family, supported by the public record that exists, and told because the family of Hannah Khadijah Toby Dean asked for her story to be told. Her mother, Charlie Dean, gave her blessing for this episode to run. This story is being told with their knowledge and their trust, and it will be told with the seriousness and care that Hannah's life deserves. This episode contains discussion of suspicious death, potential foul play, possible concealment of evidence, and systemic investigative failure. Take care of yourself while you listen. But listen, because Hannah's name deserves to be in more rooms than it currently is, and the people who should be answering questions about what happened to her have been very, very quiet. Hannah Khadijah Toby Dean was from Willingboro, New Jersey, a township in Burlington County, with more history than many people outside the region know. Willingboro was originally built in the 1950s as a planned suburban community called Levittown, one of the post-war developments that symbolized the American dream, while quietly restricting who was allowed full access to it. Over time, after white flight and racist housing practices pushed Black families out of other communities and into this one, Willingboro became one of the most prominent majority Black suburban communities in New Jersey. It became a place where Black families built homes, stability, memory, and legacy across generations. That is where Hannah came from. She came from a place where people show up for each other. And when Hannah died, that community did exactly that. A candlelight memorial was held on June 26, 2025, at the Burlington Riverfront.
Okay, hold on, y'all.
The tabs you open here
Yeah, I know
are
commercials.
also here. The following morning, a celebration of life brought people together from across the years of Hannah's life. Her fellow veterans showed up. Members of the fitness and military community she was connected to showed up. Her kindergarten teacher left a tribute.
Wow.
People who had not seen her in years came to say goodbye to a woman who had left an impression on every room
She's
she
so
ever walked
young.
into. In Greenville, North Carolina, where Hannah had traveled and where she died, the investigation into how she died had already slowed before her community in New Jersey had even finished mourning her.
Wow.
Greenville sits
Wow.
in Pitt County in the eastern part of North Carolina.
Hold on.
It is home to East Carolina University.
They slowed the investigation so... They slowed down so much before people began to not even mourn yet. Like, her case probably just started, and the cops really wasn't even on it like that. That tells me cover up, okay? That tells me something's not right. This young lady is a veteran, young veteran who is in a company of a man and a woman. Now, the woman that she was in a company of already lied to the police. Let me show you the lady that she was with also. That's her. But we're going to get more into her too. I got to show y'all a better picture than that. But let's get into it. I'm sorry, y'all. I just, like, this shit is crazy. And, you know, this young lady is a rapper. You know, she's an artist. She's just getting into her fish. I got a picture of her in Safari. Look at this, okay? She really wanted to get into the music industry, do her thing. She was performing in different places. I see a picture with her with the youth. She was doing her thing. She was doing good. She was a young, intelligent star. You know, that's her in Safari. She actually performed, I think, at one of his events, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, y'all. I'm so new to the story, so if I get something wrong, I apologize. That's why I want to show y'all her podcast. I did read a lot of stuff up today and a few days ago, but you know, sometimes your brain doesn't, when you looking at a lot of other cases, your brain doesn't comprehend everything. So just bear with me, y'all.
It is a mid-sized city with a police department and public institutions that cannot credibly point to a lack of resources as the reason a case did not move with urgency. It is the kind of place where things are supposed to work. But Eastern North Carolina also has a history Black families know too well. About 40 minutes from Greenville, in Edgecombe County, the region lived through what became known as the Seven Bridges Road killings.
Woo.
A series of murders in which Black women were found dead over a span of years while law enforcement was slow to fully confront what was happening.
I heard about that.
A man was ultimately convicted of one murder, while the families of the other women were left with what families of Black women in this country are too often left with: partial answers, incomplete justice, and the sickening feeling that if the victims had looked different, the response might have too. That history matters here. Not because Hannah's case is the same case, but because it happened in the same region and inside the same broader culture of neglect. That pattern shows up in other ways too. In 2022, local reporting on traffic stop data in Eastern North Carolina found that Black people in Greenville were being searched during traffic stops at rates that did not match their share of the local population.
What that tell you?
Public police accountability data has also shown sharp racial disparities in low-level arrests. Community groups in Greenville spent years pushing the city to acknowledge the gap between how Black residents and white residents experience law enforcement. And then,
hey
in
y'all,
June
thank
of
everybody for
2025,
joining.
the same month Hannah died in Greenville, the city's Racial Equity and Economic Mobility Commission, created to address those disparities, disbanded. This is the city where Hannah died.
This is Jen Spark. It's like having a full-stack team in one workspace.
That tells me a lot right there.
Build me up.
This is the police department that was...
If you're new and you're just coming in, welcome. I go by the name of Brooklyn Squad. I advocate for missing people, unsolved cases. And I'm just now hearing about this case not too long ago, actually like a week ago, a few days ago, and I wanted to spread awareness to it. There's no news coverage on this young lady's case named Hannah Toby Dean. There's no news coverage at all. The news did not touch this case, put it on their radar or anything, but advocates have, and that's where I heard about the case. So I am now on No Tears for Black Girls YouTube
supposed
channel.
To find out what happened to
and
her.
I wanted to show you a little bit of what she said because she did it really, really well. Shout out to her, and I hope she don't mind me using this to spread awareness and just break it down a little bit and my own, you know, how I also see it. I'm going to talk about that after we listen to this. But for those of you that are coming in, yes, this young lady was very young. She was a veteran. She was 23 years old, a veteran coming out of there. Went with a guy to go to, see a friend at their house. Everything was well the first day. Second day, she was okay. She's cooking and everything. The next day, something's not right. The third day, she felt uncomfortable. She felt fear for her life. She called a family member and expressed that. The following day, she was unalive. Police not doing anything. It's bad enough that the lady that she was with that day, lied and said, oh, they're related, god sisters, when they're not related. But the guy that took her there and the girl that lived there, they're related, they're cousins and got a child together. Baby, tell me how this works. You got a baby by your cousin. When we talking about the sin, baby, we talking about the sin. This world is, I can't even say this world is crazy. The people in this world are sick. But let's continue. In this case, it's not been solved. Still unsolved. It's really messed up. Really foul. Really foul. But let's continue.
Here's the timeline as Hannah's family has documented it.
Listen to the timeline, y'all.
On June 10th, 2025, Hannah's mother saw her daughter for the last time. Hannah was in the company of Sean Causey. She left.
I'm going to show you his picture again.
On June 11th, at 5:30 in the morning, Hannah contacted her mother and said she had arrived safely in Greenville, North Carolina. Her mother noted the time. She always noted the time. That is what mothers do when love has made them attentive in ways the world often underestimates. On June 12th, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Hannah called her mother again. She said she was preparing dinner. At that time, she was at the residence of a woman named Vanessa Barber in Greenville. This was the last time Hannah's mother heard her daughter's voice in a normal conversation. The last time she got to tell herself everything was fine. The last 4 p.m. that would ever feel ordinary.
That's Vanessa Barber.
Then June 13th came. At approximately 2 o'clock in the morning, Hannah spoke with a family member and expressed fear for her safety. Not discomfort, not uncertainty. Fear. A documented communication in the early hours of the morning from a young woman telling family that she was scared. At 11:46 that same morning, less than 10 hours later, the Willingboro Police Department notified Charlie Dean that her daughter had been pronounced dead. 9 hours and 46 minutes. That is the distance between Hannah telling family she was afraid and Hannah's mother getting the call that her daughter was gone.
Okay, hold on.
When police notified Charlie Dean, they also gave her Sean Causey's phone number.
Why did it take them 9 to 10 hours to call her mother? To tell her mother that horrible news that her daughter was dead? Why did it take them 9 to 10 hours? That's like a day later. Got 8 hours in a day, basically, you might as well say. 12 hours. Why take that long? Let me rewind that a little. Hey, Jay Sailor. Welcome.
12th,
Thank you for joining.
at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Hannah called her mother again. She said she was preparing dinner. At that time, she was at the residence of a woman named Vanessa Barber in Greenville. This was the last time Hannah's mother heard her daughter's voice in a normal conversation. The last time she got to tell herself everything was fine. The last 4 p.m. that would ever feel ordinary. Then June 13th came. At approximately 2 o'clock in the morning, Hannah spoke with a family member and expressed fear for her safety. Not discomfort, not uncertainty.
But fear.
Fear. A documented communication in the early hours of the morning from a young woman telling family that she was scared. At 11:46 that same morning, less than 10 hours later, the Willingboro Police Department notified Charlie Dean that her daughter had been pronounced dead. 9 hours and 46 minutes. That is the distance between Hannah telling family she was afraid and Hannah's mother getting the call that her daughter was gone. When police notified Charlie Dean, they also gave her Sean Causey's phone number. So Hannah's mother did what mothers do when the world stops making sense. She started calling people. She called Sean Causey.
Who was
She
with
called
her?
Vanessa Barber.
Who was with her?
According to the family's account, Sean Causey's response to the mother of the woman who had just died was not sorrow, not explanation, not help. It was a warning repeated more than once. Do not blame me. Do not blame me. Do not blame me.
Wow.
Vanessa Barber told Charlie Dean that she and Sean Causey
Okay.
were cousins. It was later discovered that they also share a child together. They were not
So, let's back up a little. The police calls the mother. Says your daughter's has been unalive. After he waits 8, 9, 10 hours or whatever. Then he calls her. Dumbass officer. Ugh. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. If y'all know me, y'all know that they just make me mad. Some of them. Now, some cops I have talked to on cases, and they're okay. But then some is just plain dumb.
You didn't put the soda in the freezer?
No.
Okay.
Some is just like, don't care, All right, so then the cop gives the mother the guy that Sean's phone number and the girl's phone number, because that's where her daughter was last at that apartment, right? So when she calls Sean's first thing is, don't blame me, don't blame me, don't blame me. Not sorrow, not I'm so sorry for your Lord, nothing. But don't blame me. So who is she supposed to blame? Mother effer? Give the mother some goddamn answers, because you was with her child. Then the girl that she was with. Him and the girl is cousins. Not the girl that was unalive, not the veteran girl that was unalive, but the girl she was at the house with. They're cousins, but they got a baby together. Let's go back a little bit and listen to that part, because that shit still trip me out.
Department notified Charlie Dean that her daughter had been pronounced dead. 9 hours and 46 minutes. That is the distance between Hannah telling family she was afraid and Hannah's mother getting the call that her daughter was gone. When police notified Charlie Dean, they also gave her Sean Causey's phone number. So Hannah's mother did what mothers do when the world stops making sense. She started calling people. She called Sean Causey. She called Vanessa Barber. According to the family's account, Sean Causey's response to the mother of the woman who had just died was not sorrow, not explanation, not help. It was a warning repeated more than once. Do not blame me. Do not blame me. Do not blame me.
Wow.
Vanessa Barber told Charlie Dean that she and Sean Causey were cousins. It was later discovered that they also share a child together. They were not simply distant relatives passing through the same story. Their lives were tied together, and Hannah died inside that world. Then came what happened next.
Are you having trouble trying to
So
keep
they
up with
share
your
baby
professor?
together.
You've got to try Otter. Here's how it works.
Why was he bringing her over there to their
On
house?
June 24th,
Was they
11
seeing
days
each
after Hannah was
other?
pronounced dead,
I don't know.
her vehicle was returned to the family.
Listen.
The GPS tracker had been deliberately disabled. Her suitcase was returned too. When the family opened it, it was empty.
What was
The belongings Hannah had traveled with were gone. Her credit cards were later found in the trunk of her car, hidden beneath the spare tire. A disabled GPS tracker, an empty suitcase, credit cards concealed under a spare tire. Those are not the kinds of details that calm a case down. Those are the kinds of details that demand deeper scrutiny. The family brought those concerns to law enforcement. But according to the family, the initial investigation moved slowly. One of the explanations that surfaced was that Vanessa Barber had described Hannah as her god sister, and that claim appears to have shaped how seriously the situation was initially approached. A word like family was allowed to soften a set of facts that should have done the opposite. Because if a woman is found dead after saying she is afraid, and her GPS is disabled, and her belongings are missing, and her financial items are hidden in her own trunk, then we were like family is not a reason to relax.
There you go.
It is a reason to ask harder questions.
There you go.
Instead, Hannah's family was left watching the investigation stall in real time. Then, On August 1st, 2025, a family member did the work the police should have already been doing. They gathered evidence and submitted it directly to the Greenville Police Department. After that, the investigation was reopened.
Amen.
As of this recording,
Wow.
the Greenville Police Department has made no public statement confirming arrests directly tied to Hannah's death. The official cause of death has not been publicly released. The family
Yeah.
is still waiting for answers the system has not yet chosen to provide. And here,
Yeah. Do you know that the cause of death, I don't even think her family knows to this day. I don't know. Allegedly. I'm going to say allegedly. But I tried to Google it and I looked on the internet. The cause of death is not out there. Okay? What did this young lady die from? Listen, I hate to say the word die because I truly believe she was murdered. When you say somebody passed away or somebody died, that's an accidentally death for me. And that's just my opinion. Like if I say she died yesterday, that's kind of like accidentally, like, you know, she died from cancer or, you know, a horrible disease or, you know, something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like to say the word died. This young lady was murdered. They took her life. They took her life and then tried to cover it up. Why was her tractor disabled? She brought clothes with her. Where's her stuff at? Why would y'all take her clothes? What the fuck was y'all doing with her clothes? What is going on? Her credit cards and stuff, y'all hid it? Because y'all knew y'all couldn't spend it. So y'all hid it. Y'all some dumb asses. And the cops is more even dumb too. Because y'all slowed it down. Got the dumb girl, this young girl right here. Matter of fact, let's try to find her up here, matter of fact, so I can show y'all a good picture of her. Because, see, I don't mind outing people that are monsters. Oh, what was her name again? God damn it. Shit. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to have to go back and... Damn it. Oh, I might have to go to Google again. I should have stayed on Google because Chrome sucks. They don't want to give me what I want. Okay. Oh, man. Damn. What did I do? Okay, here we go. Okay, the girl's name was Vanessa Barber. Oh shit. I want to show you her full picture. I feel so bad for her family. That this is really foul. All right, I got her picture, y'all. Here we go. Oh, I got a different picture of her too. Wow. Oh, I can see it clear now. All right, here we go. So she's been arrested before. Okay? Hold on. Let me take her background out. Okay, here we go. the Vanessa Barber, the girl she was with. As you see, this is a mugshot. So the chick's been arrested. The bitch been arrested. I'm going to call out her name. The bitch been arrested before. Okay? No, I'm not nice when it comes to people taking allegedly people's life. Okay, I will get very angry over here. Vanessa Monroe Barber was the woman Hannah Dean was visiting in Greenville, North Carolina at the time of her death. Okay? Hannah was staying at Vanessa's residence and sent her final known communication while preparing dinner there on June 12th, 2025. Let me tell you something. And this didn't happen that long ago. That's what's so sad. It didn't even happen that long ago. After Hannah was found dead, Vanessa reportedly told the investigation that Hannah was her god sister, which she's not, and claimed that Hannah's family wants to invite you to co-host. Okay, sorry. And claimed that Hannah's family dispute and believes led police to initially not pursue the case. Relationship with Sean, Vanessa intentionally claimed that her and Sean, the man Hannah was seen with, was her cousin. However, it was left discovered that the two actually share a child together. Oh, so that's not her cousin. They just share a baby. That's her baby daddy. Ooh. So she lied to the police twice. Cause I was like, wait, that's your cousin. You got a baby by your cousin? So that's not her cousin. That is her baby daddy. Okay. Okay, so we got that cleared up. All right. And her name is Barbara Vanessa Monroe. She's 32 years old. She has a misdemeanor. I don't know what for. Hold on. But she's not in jail right now, y'all. February 23rd, 2026. All right, let me go back a little bit. Hold on. Let me see something. I wish I could do this on my stream. Because this is like, I don't know, my camera's not working, so I gotta like. Hey, Talaro missing piss people. Well, y'all know I'm messed up when it comes to names. But hey, she has traffic-related offense and charge. She has not been charged with the crime, the death of Hannah. She failure to appear on February 23rd of this year. She was booked for failure to appear in court for a misdemeanor charge for driving while license were revoked. And speeding violation during the same period. But she has not been charged with nothing else, and she's not in jail right now. But her baby daddy, Sean, the one that took the young lady, Anna, the one that's unalive, to her house, he is in prison. Let's go and show his thing. This is messed up. Okay, here we go. Let's go look at his ugly ass. He is charged with attempted murder. I'm going to show you his picture. Okay, so that's him. Oh, who we talking about again? The young veteran that she went to this guy. The guy came to pick her up, and she went to his house. She went to the young lady's house and wound up being unalive. She messaged her family member and said, okay, I got here safe. Everything's okay. You know, then her name was Hannah Dean. She was a young 23 years old veteran. There's no news coverage or anything, but advocates are posting it and stuff like that. So he's locked up. He's gonna be doing a lot of time, but he's not locked up for her case. No one's have been charged for her case. Nobody. And my thing is this: if you go on YouTube, you're not gonna find nothing either. You ain't gonna find no news coverage. You ain't gonna find nothing, right? And that's a sad thing, you know. A young veteran who wants to. Who has a dream, right? To be all she can be. Fight for us. But nobody in that moment, in that second, while she was in that dark place, in that apartment, scared, fought for her. Because they took her life. No one had the sense to say, let's stop. Let's not do this. What we doing is wrong, man. Whatever they did to her, because we don't even know the cause of her, like, what's the cause of death? How did y'all take her life? Was she stabbed? Was she pow? Like, what happened? But we do know that she messaged a family member later on after she'd said, I got to the girl's house fine. He dropped me off. I got here fine. Then she said, all right, I'm cooking now. We're doing dinner. Then she said at 2 a.m., I'm scared for my life. And then they found her body there. Who called the police to verify she was dead? Who called the police? I just found out about this case, so I don't know a lot of details, and I probably messed up on certain things. That's why I showed y'all the podcast. I am going to reach out to the mother, because if you want to know a story correctly and hear the story for yourself, you listen to the parents. You let the parents tell it. It's good for the advocate to share it and stuff, but sometimes they can get a little bit, some stuff messed up. You know what I mean? You let the parents go on your channel and let them tell your baby story. But shout out to the advocates. They're doing an amazing job. They're putting it out there, because that's how I heard about it on Facebook. An advocate put it out there. Amazing, because I didn't hear about it. And I said in the comments, I'm an advocate that does cases. I've never even heard about it. And I say advocate. I don't have paperwork that says I'm an advocate. But goddamn, I might as well be an investigator also, because the way I do my shit, okay, you might as well say it. Okay? If you've been watching me long enough, you already know. I ain't got to explain nothing. Go to my YouTube page. Go to my Facebook. Go to my TikTok. Go to Twitter now. Oh, my God. Twitter's going crazy with me. Listen, listen. And I want to give a shout out to Nancy Grace, because she's always posting my stuff. Okay. Nancy Grace is always posting my stuff. And I'm like, shout out to her for doing that. Because she don't have to. I'm not no big content creator. You understand what I'm saying? But she does it anyway. Because she does missing cases. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just grateful for that. You know, I never ask for money for this. I do it because I care. I do it because I care. So if I care the way I care, and Nancy Grace cares the way she care, and other advocates care the way they care, why the hell the cops can't care the way everybody else care? Why the news can't care the way we care? Why isn't this young girl's case not on the news? This is messed up. This is really, really messed up. And because the woman lied and told the police, oh, the girl that was here, that's my god sister. The police figured not to do anything. This woman is dead in her fucking apartment. And that is not her god sister. Wouldn't that even want you to dig more? The freaking tracker disconnected, the hidden of her bank card and all that, all that stuff hidden and stuff, her lies, and y'all fall back. You know why y'all fall back, officers? Because y'all didn't want to do the work. Because y'all don't care. But let it be your own. Let it be your fucking own. Before I go, I want to share another person that's missing. And I've been sharing him a lot. And I see his grandmother. She's been in the comments for the beginning since the video started. I want to show you his missing flyer that's out there. Padme, California. Montreal, Greenwood. Lamontre, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of. Oh, God. Lamontre Greenwood has been missing since the 29th of March of this year. This ain't normal for him. This is unnormal. You're welcome, Sherry. His grandmother is in the comments now. If you want to see the interview, go on Facebook and the whole interview on YouTube, Brooklyn Squad Advocates. Because some of it, I couldn't do the whole video on TikTok, just pieces, because you have a time limit of videos you could post on TikTok. But it is on Facebook, the whole thing. His grandmother, which is this young lady's, his mother was murdered by a monster years back, and now he's missing. That was his grandmother's daughter. Sherry is in the comments right now. Please keep her in your prayers. He's very close to his grandmother. Text, calls, all that. So him, no social media, no texting, no calling. Especially his grandmother, something ain't right. Now, maybe not calling a friend or something like that, but his grandmother, baby, something ain't right. So his flyer is everywhere. Okay? Black and Missing, shout out to them. They put the flyer out there too. If you go on Twitter's going crazy with his flyer. So it's been all over on Twitter. I need y'all to share more on TikTok too. Facebook is going. So she want her grandson home. We all want him home. I don't know him, but this case is eating me up. Okay? I found myself kind of like, good. Y'all, if y'all know me, y'all know how I am with cases. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be related to them. But he's missing. So I act like I'm related. I treat any case like I'm related. No, I don't know him. Well, goddamn, I know him today. Because you know why? I got kids too. And it could be my son, my daughter. I could see them today and not see them tomorrow. How many kids are missing? How many young adults are missing? He's 5'10", so he's very tall. 20 years old, Patterdale, California. He went to go visit a friend. There was no service like phone service and stuff like that. It's really sad. Yeah, especially when you know what happened to his mother. A monster. What he did to his mother. Please go check out the interview that I did so you can understand a lot. I mean, the interview was very emotional, but she did amazing because from the beginning, she talked about her daughter's murder and then her it was a lot. I mean, she talked about everything, the murder and then how she felt about it. And then now her grandson's missing. I mean, it's just a lot. Can you imagine what she's going through? Can you imagine? Your daughter goes missing. You don't know where she's at. As years go by for you to find out some fucking demon monster took her life, put him under a fucking house. And then still kept the weapon as a trophy yo, baby. An immigrant at that. He didn't know her daughter. She was an innocent young girl going to the store. The fuck? He had a plan that night to do this shit. Go look at the interview because I want you to really understand and I want you to know what her daughter went through. I want you to feel it, what her daughter went through. And what he must be, what all the anger and hurt her son felt all these years. And now he's missing. Every case that I've done, I feel it. I'm going to need you to feel it too. I need you to fill her case too, Hannah Dean. I'm going to need you to share. I'm going to need you to follow. I have more cases. I have a surgery coming up, but I'm going to try to come on here before my surgery. I have 2 surgeries coming up. Jesus, I had 1 already, so I got 2 more coming up. But I'm going to try to come on and do more cases like I used to do. Before my surgery because I really want to get it out there. Baby, let me tell you something. I could still be having surgery and be in the hospital bed and still do a live on a case. I did that before. People thought I was crazy. I don't listen. Okay, so, but I'm going to try to keep putting out these cases. I need to get this laptop because something's wrong with my camera. Because I really want to do like on StreamYard so I could hit all, you know, it don't matter. Because if I put it out on here, I fix it together where I'm going to put it out on every social media platform any goddamn way. You understand what I'm saying? But I do need to get my laptop fixed. Anyway, because the camera, something's wrong with the camera. But y'all, thank you for following me. Pink, it was you. Hey, girl. Thank you for following me. But Pink, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. I'm going to need you to share every fly. If you could do this, you won't be helping me, but you'll be helping the parents. Okay, Pink? You see her story? There's flyers of her. I'm going to need you to share it. Also, Lamontre, I'm going to need you to share his flyer too. Lamont. I keep saying Lamontre. And he's so handsome. Y'all know I mess up names so much, and I apologize. Lamontre Greenwood, I'm going to need you to share his flyer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Megan. Megan, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. I'm going to need you to share his flyer. Everywhere you see it, just share. Okay? Every flyer that I put out, every story I put out, just share it. Sharing is caring. It's free, right? Share. You know what I mean? Share. You ain't got to hit the like button if you don't want to. I don't ask for no donations. I do not get paid for none of this. I don't get paid from TikTok, Facebook, none of them. I do not care. I do this voluntarily because I care about the cases, okay? So I'm just asking you, if you see me put a flyer out, a missing case, just share it, okay? Because I got kids, okay? And I can't imagine if I can't find one of mine, if I'm doing a case saying to y'all, my daughter's missing. My son Isaiah is missing. See why I go hard? Because we got kids. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on. They messing with my live. They got to put this up. Okay, there we go. But I'm going to end it now. Just got to cook for the hubby. You know, hubby come from work. You know, you got to do the wife duties. But I love y'all. Much love for everybody. Sherry, I'm praying for you. You definitely in my prayers. You already know it. All the families that's out there that's going through it, y'all in my prayers. I don't have to know you to know that my heart goes out to you. You know, everybody wrap your arms around your loved ones. Tell your babies you love them. God. Tell your man you love him if you got a good one like me. Okay? And most of all, tell your God that you love him. Okay? You're welcome. You don't have to thank me. But thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all have a blessed day. Be safe. Be safe. I can't even explain. Like, we be safe anyway and stuff just happens. I have another case I want to talk about. The young lady that went on vacation with her man and wound up unalive. Oh my God, I just can't even. I might do that one if I could talk after the dentist tomorrow. If not tomorrow when I come back from physical therapy Wednesday. But I'm going to do a live on that. I did the video and put it out there, the news reports and stuff like that. But I actually want to do a whole live. Because that case is everywhere. Y'all know what I'm talking about? She went on vacation, her birthday, to Africa with her man. She was a social media influencer. And wound up unalive. Yeah. You know, everybody that goes to these places wind up unalive. I just. And nobody's charged. You know, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. But they got his passport or some other shit, you know. They found her hung. Black, beautiful young girl, too. And then I see other men saying, who cares about her if she was unalive? She didn't want to date black brothers, or she was talking bad about black men and she wanted a white man, so she got what she... I don't care if she wanted a cat in a relationship or a dog. She did not deserve to get what happened to her. These people get me on the internet with that bull crap they talking. You know what I'm saying? And I understand a little bit because, they saying, oh, she didn't, she didn't want to. So what? She didn't want a black man. Maybe she had a bad relationship with the black man. Okay? She chose who she chose. She wanted a white man. Oh, well, she wanted a white man. But she still did not deserve to get what she got. Some people are just ignorant and dumb. But y'all, I'm going to go live with that case too. Because that's heartbreaking. But I see y'all, okay, everyone. I'm going to put this on a bigger platform so y'all can see the whole video of it. And if you missed where the beginning, you're going to see it, all right? I did the video for the lady talking about her case and everything, the young lady that's unalive, the veteran. Because I had to share somebody else's video and do it because she just did really good. And I am going to give her shout outs for that. I just don't share people's video without giving their shout outs. You know what I'm saying? So I'll put it in the link and everything on her channel and stuff like that. I'll put it on Facebook, do a little bit on TikTok so y'all can see it, and Twitter and everything else. So when y'all see it, just share it so she can get more awareness of it because it's not on the news. You know what I'm saying? And if you see a flyer, I'm going to get a flyer or something out of hers. Share that too. Everyone, thank you for joining. I appreciate y'all so much. Much love. Peace.